I just thought that was a great intro to a video, and I hope it sounds pretty loud when I upload this. But that was a lot of Dak Prescott haters out there. Oh no! Oh my God! To him signing that franchise tag. But welcome to the Cowboy Cam sports page, the sports network, Cowboy Cam. It is I am here with you, ready to talk about what we need to talk about. That is Mike McCarthy on the Dallas Cowboys, what it means for our Dallas Cowboys, what to expect from our offense, what to expect, team-wise. What do we get, how many points is Mike McCarthy worth? Let's dive into it. All right. So we all know how Mike McCarthy got here, right? Yeah. Aaron Rodgers ruined him, and I'm blaming Aaron Rodgers. And I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it gangster. I'm gonna keep it real. Aaron Rodgers got this man fired out of his job. Plain and simple. Mike McCarthy is a great coach. Even when he was with Green Bay, I called him a great coach, and I hate the Packers, but I know that Mike McCarthy is a really good coach. And, oh, man, with everyone calls Aaron Rodgers the bad man. Yes, he's the bad man. People call him the GOAT. I don't think he's a GOAT. No, I think he's just a really talented quarterback. Let's see. The season before Mike McCarthy got fired, Aaron Rodgers led the NFL in throwaways, like just throwing the ball away, led the NFL. Here's the crazy part, though. Aaron Rodgers would check out of run plays. Aaron Rodgers would want to do his own thing. And so I'm not sure how people blamed Mike McCarthy for this. Even Greg Jennings came out and said the same thing. Packer players were saying the same thing. Aaron Rodgers was doing his own thing. He didn't respect Mike McCarthy. And so it's crazy how when before Aaron Rodgers became the bad man, this guy that people called the GOAT, when they won that Super Bowl, I think that was a Mike McCarthy, Donald Driver led team. Like, it was a veteran team. Aaron Rodgers was there, a part of it, and then I feel like Aaron Rodgers' head got big. Y'all hyped him up, and here we are. People still think he's one of the greatest quarterback, and I don't. If you can't take coaching, that's a part of football. You can't take coaching, I can't take you serious. And so it is on the record. Aaron Rodgers is doing his own thing, checking out of plays, checking out of running the ball, things of that nature. Now, that'll lead to this point. When the Packers were the most dangerous is when they had a run game. All right? When the Packers are the most dangerous is when they have a run game. It's funny how they went 13-3 this this past season. Matt LaFleur told Aaron Rodgers, "Bitch, don't you check out of my run plays." I mean, he didn't call him a bitch, but he was like, "Don't you check out of my run plays." And they're really good at running the ball. And Aaron Jones played the Cowboys and shredded us for, 4 touchdowns? 4 of them bad boys, I believe, And so, they were really good on running the ball, and they still got some ways to go, though. They're not necessarily ready. And then they end up driving a quarterback, and, I was trying to tell y'all. They see the same thing, that I was already preaching, that Aaron Rodgers is not that guy. Cam know what we're talking about. Cowboy Cam got y'all. But it'll lead to this. When the Packers were at their best, basically, when they had a really good running back, let's put it that way, Eddie Lacy. We're gonna go after Super Bowl, after Rodgers had won the Super Bowl, because that was some time ago. After Rodgers, I think it was about 3 years. So 2013, Eddie Lacy's a rookie. He has 284 rush attempts, 1,178 yards, 11 touchdowns. Mind you, James Stark is still on the team as well. They're not splitting carries at the time. Eddie Lacy was kind of the number one back. Boom, he's running the ball. 2014 season. 2013, I think they were, I want to say 13-3. Could be wrong. Football people help me out. They might have been 12-4. And then 2014, Eddie Lacy goes 246 attempts, 1,139 yards, 9 touchdowns. Average 4.6 yards a carry. All right, 4.6 yards a carry. Yeah, we got a man that average about that. His name is Ezekiel Elliott. Um, but I think that season they went 11-5. 11-5. 2015. Here's where things get kind of weird. Numbers get weird. Eddie Lacy, 187 attempts, 758 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, mind you, Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy was main thing was to make the NFL, make some money, and get out. Apparently, his diet was bad. He got big. He football wasn't necessarily his passion, but he was still putting up these numbers. But the season that he put up 758, James Starks, or is it John? I think it's John Starks. No, it's James Starks. He put up 601 yards on the ground as well. So matched up with Eddie Lacy's 758, and then you got Starks 601. That's still over 1,000 yards and rushing yards from those two. They both averaged over 4 yards a carry. Eddie Lacy at 4.1. Starks is at like 4.6. And so elite. And then Aaron Rodgers had probably, I think, one of his not so good passing seasons, but they still went 10-6. They still went 10-6 that season. They still went 10-6. But I think Rodgers had like a 60% completion percentage. I could look at these numbers right now, but I know that off the top of my head. Yeah, 60% completion percentage, 3,000 some yards. They went 10-6 though. Like even with Eddie Lacy, not necessarily at his peak, at his best shape, at his best, they were still productive in running the ball. I believe Mike McCarthy is more balanced than what people think. I think people are like, "Oh, he had Aaron Rodgers," and they remember the great passes, but they don't necessarily give they don't give credit to the Packers' run game. What they do on the ground, what they want to do on the ground. And so I don't necessarily think that. I think Mike McCarthy during his break, found out some new ways he would want to run things. Some new plays, some new tricks, some new tendencies necessarily. But we all know coaches don't necessarily just change everything that they do, And so here's what I think he'll do for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are known for, everyone knows what we're going to do on first down. Run the ball. And here's why in 3rd and long, Dak Prescott's one of the best passing quarterbacks in the NFL. We're talking 3rd and long. We're not talking like 3rd and short. Zeke done hit him with 4 and then 2, and then you got 3rd and 4. No, we're talking about when it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, you ain't getting no yardage because everybody know we're going to run the ball. Dak Prescott's one of the, when it's passing time, everyone knowing passes coming, Dak Prescott's one of the best quarterbacks at throwing the ball in this situation. So I think Mike McCarthy will take more advantage of throwing the ball on first down. The Cowboys had a bad habit of putting a bunch of tight ends on the field, and we're finna run the ball. We'll have 3 tight ends out there. Everyone knows we're gonna run the ball. Basically, it's the whole, we no matter what, we think we're better than you, and we're gonna run it. And I hated that kind of coaching scheme from Jason Garrett. It is a terrible coaching scheme. It kind of proves my point about Jason Garrett, because in 2015, when we lost Romo and Tony Romo was the only person we lost, we couldn't win a game. I think we won one. They won one game without Tony Romo, or maybe didn't win any. But 4-12, and the only person you lost is your quarterback, 4-12, and you call yourself an offensive coach. That's not good. I think we still had 1,000-yard rusher that didn't even start till after halfway through the season, and Darren McFadden. And I think he got over 1,000 yards, and we couldn't win a game. But mind you, there's a coach up in Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, lost his quarterback week 1, and they fought and found a way to go 8-8, and we don't think Mason Rudolph is necessarily great, and or Doug Hodges, but it kind of proves my point how bad Jason Garrett is. And so ESPN had came out with a chart. Guess who's at number 8? Mike McCarthy, tied with, and they did it by point system. I think they were like, basically how many points is a coach worth, and I think Bill Belichick was one, of course. His defense, his special teams is going to give you points. They're going to get points. They're going to get more points than anybody. All right, they beat us by blocking a punt. They blocked a punt and scored a touchdown right after that. And so Mike McCarthy was at 8 on the list. There with Pete Carroll, Andy Reid. He has a better playoff record than both of those two. Yeah, better playoff record than those two. He's sitting there right at 8. He's the Dallas Cowboys head coach. Man, we got lucky. We got lucky. And it's kind of cool that Jerry Jones held that man hostage and didn't let him leave. Didn't let him leave without a deal. But I just wanted to dive into that. Like people glance over that, over the fact that Aaron Rodgers got this man fired out of his job on purpose because they didn't see eye to eye. The wells ran dry, and Green Bay picked Aaron Rodgers over Mike McCarthy. They picked Rodgers just so the next season, the following season, they can move up and draft a quarterback in Jordan Love. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And my real friends know this. Like I was preaching this the day that Mike McCarthy got fired. Like that it wasn't his fault. That Aaron Rodgers is a bitch. Excuse my French, but he is. Imagine if I was on your team and did what Aaron Rodgers did. You'd want to fight me, am I right? I'm changing plays. I'm throwing the ball away. I lead the NFL in throwaways. You'd want to fight, am I right? But no, y'all let them get a pass off of that. People let them get a pass, Even though we know it's on purpose, we let it slide, And he didn't necessarily make any better than Mike McCarthy's just in the coach's office getting massages. But I know what the cause was, and that was the effect, And as we see, Aaron Rodgers' numbers haven't been the same. They're slowly declining, slowly but surely. And so, yeah, I just wanted to make this video to get at these hints because, God, I just can't let it slide. And, I'm really gracious that we got Mike McCarthy. And when you look at this coaching staff, it is a coaching staff of men who have done this at the top, like at the best of the best. They've been the best of the best. And when you can get a defensive coordinator to come down and be your linebacker coach, you're doing things. I think Jerry Jones finally realized, there's no cap space on coaches. You can throw as much money as you want at the coaches. Coaching is very important. We had coaches getting suspended, in practice. Coaches get suspended. Amari Cooper didn't like Sanjay Lal, and it was chaos. It was leading to 8-8. That's what it was leading to, 8-8. But that's been all my time. I want to do a quick video here. Drop this for y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the Cowboy Cam YouTube page. Make sure you go find the Cowboy Cam Facebook page. Like that. Share all the content. Share this video with your Cowboy fans. Or they may not be Cowboy fans. And we might make them Cowboy fans. We don't mind. Come on and join the bandwagon. Because guess what? Dak Prescott going to be in camp. That's all I got to say. That's been all my time. I thought that was going to start immediately, but it didn't. Peace.